Hello again, everybody. My name is Cassandra and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be using an old recipe for Mexican pizzas. Got my tortillas. I found this sauce, which is why I'm like, I haven't made these in forever. I'm not sure, but you know, the picture, it's basically enchilada sauce, but whatever the Taco Bell recipe is, I've never had it because we don't have a Taco Bell anywhere near me. But this is my inspiration. I'm gonna make it, and I have a recipe I've made quite a few times in the past. I don't have everything. I don't have tomatoes or green onions, but I have salsa. Same thing. I don't have the, what is it, envelope taco seasoning, but I'm just gonna season it however I feel like it. I have my burger. I have this refried beans that I just want to get out of my cupboard because it doesn't fit anywhere. I found this cheese. Hopefully it's good. I haven't tried it yet, but it was like $1 cheaper than my Daya stuff I've been buying. This is a Walmart brand of a dairy-free cheddar cheese alternative. I love it. But you know, is what it is in life. So first things first, I'm going to get my meat cooked and drained and seasoned, and then we'll put together my pizzas? Yes, pizzas. I did have to go to the store to buy olives because my last batch of, well, not batch, the last batch of olives from Walmart apparently is not very good because I had 2 cans of olives I was going to slice open and they were bad. You open it up, it had the little white specks in it and it smelled funny and I just threw them away. So I went to my local store and spent way too much on this little can of sliced olives. But it's okay. It is not this kind of pizza without olives on top. Even though it's totally Tex-Mex. It should be a Tex-Mex pizza, not Mexican pizza. But whatever. I'm just talking to myself at this point. So I'm going to get my meat cooked, and then I'll catch you back in a few minutes to get these all put together. Alright, my meat's cooked up and seasoned. I just added cumin, chili, powder, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. It tastes pretty good. Need to get out. I'm making 6 of these normal sized taco shells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The worst thing is you can either buy a 10-pack or a 20-pack, so I'll have extra tortillas. I'm gonna get my refried beans, separate out between all 6 of them. I've never used this. I got this out of the food bank truck. Yeah. So, and I still have no space. Someday. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but someday maybe I will have space. But that's not today. So, because at the end you're going to be baking these. I'm making sure I have enough space and they all fit on my trays. Although, there we go. So I'm going to split this between the 6 and then split my meat between the 6. Get it all spread out nice, evenly as I can. I think this is more than a regular can is. I don't know. I also don't know if Rosarita is a good brand. I don't know. What I have. It's kind of messy. I could have warmed it up a little bit, but that would require more time and forethought into things. When you're doing stuff like this, it's more like cook it now or you don't get to cook it, because this has been on my to-do list for the last 4 days. My kid being home and all that jazz. It's not really the easiest thing to get done. She knows Christmas is coming. She does not understand time very well, so when it's happening, it's just more like a fight at this point. So I'm gonna spread these out. You don't need to watch me fight with it because it takes a little bit of effort to get it to spread out nicely, and then we'll get the meat on it and put them together. I'll be back in a few minutes once I'm done fine with the refried beans. The cans are most definitely easier. I had to fight to get the rest of the refried beans out of that little bag, but It's good. I had enough to put a little spoonful on everything. Now we take our nice cooked meat. I didn't add water to it or anything because I always find it makes it really watery for this sort of thing. So you're supposed to add like a half cup of water or whatever. I didn't feel like it. So we will separate this all out between my 6 tacos. Well, it's basically a taco. At this point, you could just make tacos if you didn't feel like going the rest of the way. You know what I mean? Best of intentions. Just a pound of burger, maybe a little over. You could also make like 4 or 5 really big ones if you want to get the burrito size taco shells. I've done that before, but it's a big meal. It's technically the same as 2 fully filled tacos. So, okay. So, next we're gonna get them all flattened out a little bit. So I'm not very thorough. Some things in life. And you get the next one on top, and I'm gonna go get a pan on my oven warming up, because the next thing we're gonna do is brown these and then put the toppings on top and broil them, and then it'll be time to eat. So you can watch me attempt to flip these over, because it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. I've made a mess quite a few times before, but you cook them and they shrink a little bit, and you put the, well, my enchilada sauce, or this sauce I'm going to try on top with cheese, and you broil them basically, and then they're ready to eat. The hardest part is literally eating them flipped over in the pan so they get crispy. So anyways, I'll be back in a second for that. Okay, my pan is relatively hot. Put my first one on. I'm going to set a timer for about 3 minutes. And then check to see how browned it is on the bottom. As I'm going, I'll know how long I need to do it. I don't want to burn any of them, but I also want it to be crispy enough to hold the flavor as it sits in my fridge for the next few days while I eat on them. Because one is this meal. I'm making 6. That's going to be like 6 meals. So if you get them browned enough and cooked enough, they microwave wonderfully. They're just not as crunchy, but they'll hold together. So I'll catch you in a couple minutes. We've been a couple minutes. Let's see. Oh yeah. Toasty enough for me. You're 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Just don't think about it, and it tends to turn out better. I got that one totally uneven, so it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna do a couple minutes on the other side and then do the rest of them. You can do it as much as you want. I don't like it when it's really dark. I just want it to be crispy, so it tastes right. So I'm gonna get all these done, and then we'll finish topping them off and getting them put together. This is literally the most time-consuming part. Plus, I have to broil them. My broiler doesn't work very well, and yeah, whatever. It's gonna be good later on. Just time-consuming the first time. We are toasted. I only had to do like 1.5 minutes each side, but I don't like them when they're really dark, so, cook it till it's the color you like it. Gonna do, next is to add some enchilada sauce. I have this stuff. If I can get it open. One sec. My new can opener, I can't do it the old trick, because it has this metal thing on it, but I can still use the handle. And you put it under. Just takes a little bit more effort. Okay, come on. Really? One sec. I don't. There it goes. My old one had a bigger can opener, didn't have this thing on there, so I could just. But the handle works on this one. Just takes a little bit more effort. And ta-da! So I'm just gonna basically put a spoonful. This is a lot thicker than enchilada sauce is, but it should be fine. It also has chunks in it. So I bet that's gonna taste good. Should get some enchilada sauce on top. It's a lot cheaper to do enchilada sauce too. Yeah, it was impulse buy. Do you ever do that? You're like, that sounds so good. And you realize how much it costs and you could have saved money, but whatever. It smells really good. So we got 6 pizzas. Yeah. The only thing that really takes time is the browning it and the broiling it. It's going to take the most time. But that's okay. We're going to do that. We're going to do cheese. It says a 1/3 cup per pizza, but that's not happening. I'm just going to use whatever I feel like putting on there. This is shredded differently too. Like the Daya stuff is like thicker shreds, so maybe the stuff will melt a little bit better because it's a little thinner. I don't know. Or they're going to look really funny when it doesn't melt. I don't ask anymore. I already messed with my stomach making gyros, so I'm not going to do it again. Usually takes me about a week, even with my pills, to make my stomach settle down a bit. I try not to. Anyone else try to be good? And I'm not like medically, but I can tell the difference when I don't have cheese and when I do have cheese. So okay, well, I have a tiny bit more, and then we're gonna have my sliced olives. Slip these on top. My cousin would tell me I'm putting way too many olives on it, but I like olives, so it doesn't matter what they think. I posted a picture once of making my pizzas, and that's what they told me. Apparently they don't like olives. I do, because it used to be one of those things where you only got them on like holidays. You grow up under the poverty line, you know what I'm talking about? There'd be like 1 can of olives for everyone to split for Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's makes you feel fancy that I can buy it whenever I want. No, I probably shouldn't, but whatever. We have pizzas. At this point you would put your tomato on top if you had diced tomatoes, and green onions if you had them. I don't, but I'm also going to be putting salsa on top, so I don't really feel bad not having the onion and peppers and tomatoes and all that jazz on it. But I'm going to pop them in the oven for 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to eat. I'm hungry. I think I also have some more of my lactose-free sour cream, which is very good on these. First tray is out. So you can tell the cheese did not melt, so Daya is still top of the line for melting cheese, but it still looks pretty good, smells pretty good. I can deal with it not being melty, but I gotta let it cool off a bit, and then I can eat. I'm gonna chop it into quarters, get my other 2 pans out of the oven, and make my plate in a minute. So yeah, I just wanted to let you see it fresh out. It does not melt. The Best Foods dairy-free cheese does not melt. Apparently they did not update their recipe. Although it's new, I haven't seen it before, but yeah, it doesn't melt. In case you wanted to know, the Daya stuff, once they change the recipe, melts a little bit nicer, but this is a lot cheaper too, so you know you can't have everything you want in life. Alright, so sadly my sour cream has gone bad, even though it's brand new. It was bad, so I don't get sour cream on my pizzas, which is okay. I'll survive somehow. I'm just gonna take my pizza, enjoy my little crunch for this time, because it's not gonna be crunchy the rest of the time I eat them. I could theoretically broil it again if I really wanted it crunchy, but that would require turning the oven on. You know, sometimes I just like being lazy. But you get little slices of pizza. And I'm gonna still enjoy it. Tried to get my kid to buy some frozen pizza, but she's not having it. She's too bougie for my frozen pizzas anymore. She eats some. She only likes pizza from the local gas station at the moment. And then my huge thing of salsa, because it's cheaper to buy the big thing. Because sometimes I don't feel like cooking, and all I eat is salsa and frozen burritos. Anyone else? So this would be a lot prettier if I had sour cream, but I don't feel like making myself sick eating something that is most definitely gone off. So I don't get sour cream. And I'm not going back to the store today, so here we are. Little Mexicali pizzas, Tex-Mex pizza, whatever you want to call it. They are a great way to change up your taco night. Take a little bit longer, but I think it's worth it. Mainly just for the novelty of it, and it tastes good because you have taco meat plus enchilada sauce plus everything else you could want. You could add guacamole on top. You could literally add green chilies inside with the meat. Whatever toppings you liked. Lettuce, tomato, onion. And make it your own. I'm gonna go enjoy this. I hope you enjoy my little video. If you do, toss me a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Later!